Empire Crypto TV, and good evening and hello to everyone who's watching the show. Of course, we're doing some market analysis, just a quick one, so that everyone can be up to date on what's happening on the market. But what I have here is more of an educational element that you can use not only just in cryptocurrencies, but also in stocks, if you're trading stocks, also in Forex. This is a common pattern, and we are looking at the Elliott wave theory with its first wave right here, second wave, third wave, and right now, as you can see, we are on the fourth wave of the Elliott wave theory. This is the Bitcoin, and cryptocurrency is, or Bitcoin is trading at $45,000 per coin. Now, remember, now I made a video thinking that maybe the Bitcoin will be going up to 50,000, but I did mention that there would be a retracement where it just retraces back to maybe 44 to 40 to $45,000. Right there on the top, I have also my support and my resistance, and my resistance just there above the shadows, and it's there at 47,000 dollar per coin. That's where my resistance lie, and then my support would lie at $44,000. I think that's the lowest point where it can fall. Maybe it can rise, maybe overnight, but that remains to be seen. But what I am assuming right now is a possible Elliott wave theory. We are on the fourth wave, and essentially there is the completion. If the entire wave theory has to be completed, there has to be five wave patterns that has to follow, and we are on the fourth one right here. So what does it say about this whole situation that we are having with the cryptocurrencies and the BTC is that on the fourth wave, people take profit because the stock is considered, at this time we are talking about the cryptocurrency, not the stock, expensive, is considered expensive. This wave tends to be weak because there are usually more people that are still bullish on the stock and are waiting to buy the dips. So that's the whole situation here. The reason why you see this sudden bearish trend right here is because most of the traders that created this bullish market here on wave two, this is your fourth wave. So as soon as it hits at its highest point, like here we saw with the relative strength index, even the market showing that the instrument is almost at an overbought condition, meaning that the instrument is too expensive. And then those buyers that came in here at wave two are suddenly taking profit. And when they take profit, and it causes the price to regress a little bit because they believe that we are on a bullish trend and we are on a bullish market, and they are waiting to buy what? The dip. They are waiting to buy this dip. This is the dip here. The dip is possibly at $44,000, and the dip is also equals to the support level. That's the dip right there. The dip is equals to the support level right there. That's where they are looking to buy again, and when they buy again, they will create another initial fifth wave that is going to be seen maybe in the next week or so. So we might be considering the fact that the cryptocurrency or Bitcoin can still be going up to the level of $50,000 per coin because of this Elliott wave theory. These are repetitive patterns on any scale of the market that represents itself on this level with the candlesticks, and of course, price action as well is also helped by smoothing it out. And what you use when you smooth out, you use it by using your trend lines. These are trend lines that I use to smooth out this price action. It's very difficult to see the price action without these trend lines. You need these trend lines sort of like to guide you so that you can see the pattern, what it means. And once you recognize the pattern, then you know, okay, I'm in a Elliott wave theory. At this point in time, right here, I am expecting the market to be going as low as $45,000 and $44,000. That's my dip. And when it reached that final dip, once again, a buyer or those who are interested in buying the market can step into the deep and seize to make profits with this fifth wave that is about to come, maybe in a week's time, because I'm looking at the daily chart and each candlestick is owed to each day every time. So today we are seeing a bullish trend because of that small sellout, that small regression that is happening on your wave 4, because that's what the Elliott wave theory entails. It's how it plays out. It cannot play out in any way. You cannot see it in any direction but these directions, because once you catch it and you know what is happening, you can be able to predict where the market could go next. And let us continue studying this Elliott wave theory. Now, I just want to look at the wave 5, which is the one that is coming next. This is the point that most people get into the stock or the cryptocurrency, and is most driven by hysteria. I don't know if it's going to be driven by hysteria, but it will be driven by positive outlooks that we're seeing, that the market is trying to pick itself up from where it came from. And you usually start seeing the CEO, maybe you start seeing other cryptocurrency figures, cryptocurrency projects coming in. Then the market sort of like drives itself, like the article says, in hysteria of the company or the Bitcoin itself on the front page of major magazines, like how you see on the news outlets online and so forth. And person of the year, and maybe you see some investors in Bitcoin, like last year how we had Elon Musk and all the likes. Maybe someone who is famous is going to come and just push the price even further high. But that is just a fundamental aspect of looking at it. But I'm looking at it at a technical expertise, because technical analysis is all that matters at the end of the day when you are trading. People start coming up with a ridiculous reason to buy the stock or the cryptocurrencies and try to choke you when you disagree with them. So this is when the cryptocurrency becomes the most overpriced, and contrarians start shorting the cryptocurrency, which starts with ABC pattern. So this is what it will mean afterwards. So after we experience this great Elliott wave theory, after the fifth stage right here, after we finish the fifth stage, after we have done with the fifth stage right here, okay, this is the Elliott wave theory that has been put on the article. After we have reached this level right here on number 5, on the fifth wave theory, then you're gonna start seeing a sell-off. Okay, you're gonna start seeing a sell-off. Then now you no more gonna count to 1, 2, 3. Then it's gonna be A, B, C. Hence the article says right at the bottom. Then you're gonna start seeing the contrarians start shorting. Shorting means you're gonna start seeing major sell-offs. The cryptocurrency, which starts with APC, and then the APC will eventually begin right at this point after the fifth wave has been done. After that, it has been done, then you're going to start seeing shorting. People start shorting, and it will go as low as $44,000. Try retracing back up again, then going even further down. But we don't know how further down it will go. Then that's when you will go start seeing some sell-offs. But for now, we are seeing the later stages, which is at the wave 4. Then right now, we are waiting to witness for the buyers to come to buy the dip. Once they buy the dip, then they're going to start pushing the market upward again. Then you're going to see people start ripping up considerable profits. Also, the responsive side of this analysis is your technical indicator, which is your relative strength index. You can see that in line right there at the end of wave 3. You can see that the market started getting exhausted. The bullish trend was exhausted, because also the trend also the indicator also indicated that the instrument at that time was overbought or oversold. This is the nature of the Elliott wave theory. It is applicable almost everywhere. The stock market, Forex market, also on the cryptocurrency space. Let's look at the latest news just right quickly. Jumping into the latest news. Wall Street opens lower. Okay, and I think this could be part of the reason. This is the fundamental part of it. Okay, US stock markets opened lower on Thursday as economic data pointed to a dip in consumer spending under the influence of rising inflation. Of course, also they have their own form of dip, but it's fundamentally spoken, not technically spoken, like putting up the charts. But meanwhile, reports of continued intense hostilities in Ukraine also further eroded hopes for a quick end of fighting there and associated sanctions on Russia. This could also affect the crypto market space, and can also slow down the rising pace that the cryptocurrency that is having right now. So the fifth wave might take its time. So you might see lack of volatility because of uncertainty that is happening within the regions of Europe because of the war, because of Ukraine. This can also affect the crypto market. Do put that in mind as well. And then we're looking at some of the stocks, right? Okay, also the stock market being performed, also being analyzed is also very important. Now I'm looking the Apple stock. With the Apple stock here, I've also noticed an engulfing price action movement here, an engulfing candlestick, right? A double engulfing. In fact, right at this point, you can see this price, right? When it reached at its 179, there was an engulfing bearish candlestick and another engulfing bearish candlestick. This is a strong sign that the Apple stock is looking to be diving nosedive. This is a 1 hour chart, by the way, is looking to do a nosedive. So there is a major sell out when you talk about the Apple stock. But that's all I'm going to be looking at. Let me look at the US dollar in Asia against the Japanese yen. Is thriving, but it has had major drops, as you can see right there with the 1 hour chart. Those are major drops that it has witnessed. The dollar has been getting a knock way off in the east as well. Now let's look at the coinmarketcap.com. Let's look at the overall marketcap.com in the cryptocurrency space, still at 2.1 trillion dollar per 24 hours of trading within the cryptocurrency space. Still 18,636 cryptos that are involved on this exchange. And let us look at some of the biggest gainers. Bitcoin at 6%, but today it has that drop of 1.10%. And of course, let's look at all the way deep down. Solana taking the lead today on the last 24 hours with a growth of 6.24%, and in the last 7 days there have been growth with 25.66%. And then Luna also just dropped down, and then it was doing very, very well, but on a 7 day chart, but it also has that 13.41%. So the biggest performer today in the last 24 hours is the Solana with 6.24% in the crypto space. And of course, the big two right there on the top, including Ethereum, but it did not lose as much as Bitcoin with 1.10%. Ethereum losing a 0.16% for the day, and the market continues going and it fluctuates, and the volatility, I must say, is quite intact. And let's see, of course, other news that might come out, but I don't think these news could be of great relevance for the show today. But let me just keep it here with the technical analysis that I have showed you. So please do watch out for the space and do use these technical analysis and technical theories that are brought up to the show, that so that you can have the ability to focus prices. There are many ways of focusing prices, indicators, but today we are using price action. The other time we're using indicators. Sometimes we use market patterns, but sometimes the market patterns and common patterns are also closely related with price action, because from price action you can be able to draw out that market action and make shapes and make Elliott wave and patterns that are familiarized, and you recognize them. Once you recognize them, then you take advantage. Thank you for joining me tonight, and I shall see you next time. Bye bye.